Oh,
You're
is
recording
it, is
now.
it,
It's recording now.
It is
Okay.
recording.
all right.
Alrighty.
Hi, Paul Williams.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
Can we pretend we're in Mike Douglas together?
All right, exactly. Our guest today.
Yeah. So tell me how it was to work with the mighty Streisand
Oh
on
my
a
God.
song.
Let me tell you what it was like. I got the phone call. I was actually having a tuxedo. I was being fitted for a tuxedo at my house, which is Philly. It's like, well, I've arrived. I'm being fitted for a tuxedo. My wife walks in and says, "It's Barbara Streisand on the phone." And I went, "It's Barbara Streisand? Barbara Streisand on the phone? Barbara Streisand?" Yes. And she said, Barbara called and said you'd written a song with Kenny Asher called "You and Me Against the World." And I'm doing a movie called a remake of A Star Is Born. There's a scene at the end of the movie where I find a song that was written by John Norman Howard, and he's dead, and I find this song. I want a song like You and Me Against the World. Would you consider writing it? What I heard was, will you write all the songs for Star Is Born? I mean, just with the, I don't know, the ego,
Yeah.
or I was moderately lit or what, but the fact is that's what I heard.
Right.
So when I took to the meeting with Barbara and John Peters, I went, okay, here's the first song will be about that, here's the next song is about that, your band should be like whatever. And they looked at me like, can we have a moment alone? And I went, oh my God. All righty. And I went out of the room, and about 2 minutes later they asked me back in. And Barbara said, John Peters said, you're not intimidated. I went, what do you mean? He said, you're not intimidated by this whole thing. He said, because we didn't ask you to write the whole thing. We asked about one song. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you, but this is what I do. And you know, I brought Kenny Asher in, and it was the most amazing 7 weeks. We wrote all the songs for the movie in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And we didn't write all of them. Leon Russell, one of my favorite
yeah.
songwriters in the world, wrote "Lost Inside You." Marilyn Allen Bergman took this melody of that just looked like it was so much work to write. Da 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 da. That's a lot of da-das to write
Right.
words for. I said, you know, I don't know about that. And then Marilyn Allen took that and wrote, "I believe in nobody told me I believe in love." It was an amazing process. And now, 30-some years later, what? 76, yeah. I look at it and I go, Barbara, you're magnificent. At the time, I was
But
probably
this-
scared to death, but I.
The story I like is the Easy Chair story, where that ended
Oh,
up.
well, we switched it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I actually wrote the love fresh as the morning air, love soft as an easy chair, and I thought about it. I was leaving on the road with Olivia Newton-John. We were getting on the plane. I run to a payphone. Remember payphones? Ran to a payphone and called Barbara. I said, Barbara, we should switch those first two lines, you know, because the way it sings better. Love soft as an easy chair, love fresh as the morning air. And she went, yeah, you're right. And I said, they'll probably laugh us out of town for starting this song with a line about an easy chair, but
It worked.
it worked.
And you won the Oscar.
We won the Oscar together, and I stood up there and I went, I was going to thank all the little people, and then I remembered I am the little people.
Well, that's a good way to end. Thank you.
She has an amazing new album. We have to say that Barbara's got
Yes,
a wonderful new
okay.
album with the Bergman.
Oh, now she's going to love you.
Yeah,
You're
well, I
doing a
hope so.
free commercial.
Hi, Barbara. I hope you've forgiven me for being so nasty.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susan. Bye.